G'day fellas and welcome to A Casted Game. Spawning in on the east side of the map playing as the Malians in the colour teal, we've got Snooper. And on the west side of the map playing in the colour blue as the Ottomans, ladies and gentlemen, it is Crackety here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is one of the brand new maps. This is Hideout. Now, I'm just going to start by saying I'm glad I'm not playing on this map because take a look at this, right? You've got Crackety here spawn. He's got his berries like pretty far away from the town center, like a normal distance. Gold mine, a normal distance. I don't know what's going on with this hunt. It's literally inside the TC. And the stone's kind of close. Military school going down, by the way. And now we look at Snooper's spawn, where his gold mine is almost touching the town center. Stone outcropping, well, I'm going to be real. That's 3 tiles. You could fit a barracks between there, but that's it. You couldn't fit 2 farms in between that. That's the stone outcropping. How do you ever harass this? You look at the town center attack range. There's no such thing as Dark Age harassment on this, because that's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna hit him with the classic spearman harass. It's like, no, you're not, bro. I got a town center. Look at this. This town center literally can cover the entirety of these houses. You know what? There's actually 2 houses out here that might be susceptible to it. Snooper has gone extra greedy here in this opening. Single scout opening. Scout gonna be coming around. Does spot the military school. So now going to be aware of that early aggression that is going to be coming out here from Crackety here. We'll ride on board with him and see how he's doing, as it looks like he's going to be just heavily aging up after this. 10 villagers now, all jumping over onto food. He did do a little bit of chopping from that straggler tree. We can see he's got 100 still in the bank, and now going to be moving out over onto gold, and 3 villagers out onto gold? Okay, 2 villagers out onto gold. I was going to say, geez Louise, this guy's... He's hungry for gold. I think he's underestimated severely. Now, mining camp coming down for Crackety. Okay. I don't know what Crackety's up to, but I feel like he's just doing it on the fly. You ever just do it on the fly where you're like, all right, we're gonna go for an early rush, and then we're gonna get the gold, and then no, we're gonna cut through the middle, and like Crackety, I don't know if you're aware, but like cutting through the middle, it's like 2 screens, dude. It's gonna take you 40 minutes to get through that middle, but you keep going, buddy. You keep going. Snooper on the other side of the map, though, a very clear plan that he has not only articulated but undertaken. He is looking to go to the second age. Crackety here, unfortunately, seems intent on not going to the second age. First of the spearmen moving out, though. You can see he's heading straight towards that position that we highlighted earlier, where those 2 houses are. So those should be easy pickings there for him. The town center, I mean, he might actually, if he's lucky, he could potentially get this 3rd house and even the 4th house here. Now, the big thing about going for this early military school is that it's going to force your enemy to make a response. Now, the problem that I have when I go for just the military school is that the only response that your enemy is going to do with this is they're just going to send a villager to repair the house. That's it. That's it, because it's only 1 spearman. And unfortunately, because the gold mine's so close to the town center, the villager just moves back and then moves forward, and the spearman is going to take shots from the TC. So, one thing to be cognizant of. But Snooper now aging up. It's going to be the Mansa Quarry. So, not going to be any time in this game for any trading, even though he's got a perfect little potential trade route at the back here. So, obviously, it'd be a little bit harder to get that landmark down towards that position. Right on board, over with Crackety, as that age up is well and truly on the way. You can see he's working in that magic. Here it comes. Is he going to be going for the trade landmark? Does he go for... It is indeed the trade landmark. Sultani Trade Network. We've seen Crackety do trade before with... I was going to say with the Mongols. You know what? He's probably traded with the Mongols before, but rather with the Malians. Is the infamous trade boom going to be happening here as well? Now, he hasn't scouted out the corners just yet, so it makes me think it probably isn't. But the scout, yeah, not really in a position to be doing that either. Villager now coming forward for Snooper, as we discussed. Able to out-heal this easily. And unfortunately, once again, that spearman can't go into TC range, as we suggested. Because the TC has spawned, or the gold mine has spawned very close. And now you're just kind of stuck here like, well, I'm just going to siege them both. And now Snooper's up to the next stage. You know, he doesn't even, this isn't even a threat. That's the thing, right? Like, he could go for an archery range, but he's just delaying himself. He's not going to do it. Landmark now on the stone as well. Plenty of sheep underneath the TC. Always got these lovely deer here as an option as well. All the berries, you know, take these ones. They're all underneath the TC. Scout going to continue running around. We'll check on board once again with Crackety, as he's potentially going to be looking for that trading. So could be going up towards the corner of the map here. Needs to actually find or locate those corners, but hasn't actually done it. So who knows how he looks to play it. And we can see him actually killing the deer, but being harassed by the town center. As I mentioned, you know, he's so damn close to the TC with these deer. This map is just really wild. Like, you can't get behind the TC. Like, that's the other thing, right? Like, the wood, you can't even get in behind. I mean, technically, you could... No, you... Look at this. Like, I guess you just got to queue into this map knowing that you're going to be playing some of the most, like, crazy defensive stuff as possible. Second TC now coming down. 5 minutes 20. A good little time here for Snooper. Able to get 520 despite being harassed with the early military school. Pretty decent age up here. Second military school now coming down for Crackety. No second TC just yet, so going to be a little bit delayed. We don't see these little bad boys, the traders, moving out on the map yet. But hold on a minute, we got a house being focused down here. Let's see if he's able to out heal the damage, and indeed he is. Looks like he's got the 2-for-1 here. You can see he's focusing down this one house because the villager has now moved over to this one on the left, or rather the right. But Spearman going to be running in underneath the town center. Spearman, wake up! Spearman, wake up! Villagers being garrisoned, and the consequence is that the Spearman does go down. 25 wood, unfortunately, for Snooper goes down. He probably spent more wood repairing the house than he did actually building the second one. But now that second TC is up, also going to be providing cover for these houses. There we go. Look at that. Get out of here, mate. Good luck. Try again next time. Oh, he's just going to keep... Oh, look at that. He's actually got it right on the edge. I think this one might be okay. Very, very cheeky. And it looks like he might be going for a third TC. Archery range going to be coming down just to deal with this. It can be very annoying, but he did drop the range after the second TC. We'll ride on board over with Crackety and see how he's doing, as it looks like he's going to be going for a second TC as well. We do see the blacksmith has come out for him. Villagers, or rather the spearmen, continue moving in that direction. Around the edge of the map, we see another spear moving out. We actually have some traders in queues looking to fill out the entirety of the Sultani trade network. This bad boy gets up pretty high. I think about up to 160 gold a minute. So 28 gold per trader. So there's 6 of them inside. So 20 times 6 is 120. 6 times 8 is 48. So 168 gold a minute. So not too bad at all. Second house might be going down. Crackety here looking to pick this one up. Will be successful. House does go down. So getting himself just like 50 wood and slowly taking away the draining wood from the repair. I guess that's a thing. And then I guess also forcing a response. So, I mean, it's honestly not terrible when you think about it, right? Like, he's forced out archers. Okay, which is, you know, ideally you don't want to make anything, but you now have to. There's the second TC coming in for him on the backside. Now, just remember, when it comes to economic units as well, he's probably still doing pretty well. 31 versus 34. Crackety is up when it comes to economic units because of this landmark. This is the Sultani, the Sultanhani. I feel like it should be Sultani Trade Network. I'm going to call it the Sultani Trade Network. Sultanhani. I've never heard that name before. Sultanhani? Maybe it's not a name. Maybe it's something describing the Sultan, and I've just not heard of that. Crackety now, continuing to scout out the enemy. Spots that there's just been enough stone taken off the top with the Mansa Quarry. He can't see what the Mansa Quarry is on, but it could be on stone. And something we've talked about before is the fact that you can kind of hide what you're on with this, and you can sneak in a town center. It only takes 4 minutes for you to get enough stone for a town center, and as long as you got the wood, I mean, you can just tuck that TC down back here. Your enemy's not going to be finding that, so you're essentially on a third TC, and it's secret. But speaking of third TC that might be secret, look at this. We got ourselves a little potential third TC coming in. Now, one of the things he could do is look to dive into this position. Something that you kind of saw the Zerg do in StarCraft 2. They would sack an Overlord. They would sacrifice the Overlord. But could be an option here for him, as we now see a Rax coming up. So could potentially be moving into that notorious combo, the classic Javelin Thrower plus Donzo. But Crackety now on the defensive. We'll check in with Snooper once again, starting out the cows. And I think once you spot these pastures, because Crackety did spot the pastures, you kind of know what the strategy is going to be from your enemy. It's going to be 2 TC into pasture, boom, into fast castle. Like that's pretty much it. Seems to make sense. But now with that scout going down, Snooper's going to have pretty much no idea. Hold on a minute. There's still one scout out. Looks like he's blind, fortunately. But it means that he's not going to know about this third TC. This is a great little spot that he's got for it, right next to the gold vein, the large gold vein. This map has plenty of resources on it. You can see around the edges of the map. Each player has access to 3.5 large gold veins, as well as the one that they start in their base with. Right on board with Crackety as he continues booming along. Don't tell me he's going with a fourth TC. He's done it before. I've seen him do it. He could do it. Spy moving around. Looking to dive in on the wood line. Trying to find out any more additional information for the Vizier. Vizier? I don't know how to pronounce this. I saw a YouTube comment on Mr. Merlin's video, and it said, you and Aussie Drongo need to learn how to pronounce Vizier. It's not Vizier, it's Vizier. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but now villagers are going to turn their attention towards those Spahi. Villager might go down. Donzo also coming out here, looking to join the battle. TC firing off. The same time towards the south side. Spearmen are going to be coming through. They're yet to get their upgrade. I like their pants. They're running some super cool pants, these spearmen. It literally looks like these spearmen have come like fresh out of Manchester with their track pants on. Like, does it have that look to me? Or does it look the same to you guys? It looks genuinely like they've got track pants on. Look at that. They're wearing Adidas. Adidas. Mate, we say Adidas here. We're from Australia. It's Adidas, not Adidas. Third TC is down. He's got enough for a fourth TC. About to drop down. He can throw it down anywhere. Maybe even right here. He's put the other ones pretty close by, so don't be surprised if it goes down here. About to hit that number. Spearman getting chased down. Also the Spahi getting chased down. He's doing a great job of defending here, Snooper. We do see it's not going to be the cow landmark, though. He's gone for a whole bunch of cows, but has avoided going for the cow landmark. Instead, it's going to be the Farimba garrison. So a potential all-in that we may have coming, or just looking to play the long game. Could be either way. Riding on board with Crackety, though. Still going to be that 3 TCs. He's technically got enough for a fourth one. Next technology going to be unlocked shortly from the Vizier. Vizier, apparently is how you pronounce it. You got to pronounce it like that. Vizier. You got to pronounce it like that from the south into Texas. Anybody got any more of those Viziers? That's how you pronounce it. So I would expect going into military campus here. He does indeed go into military campus. So going to be dropping down that third military campus. And keep in mind, all of the units that he's gotten so far this game have just been from military campuses. So he's been harassing, he's been raiding, he's been annoying this entire game, and it's only been from those military schools, rather. All right, age up coming through now for Crackety. It's going to be the MIA. It has to be the MIA. The other landmark's fucking terrible. Okay, good. It's the MIA. The Mehmed Imperial Armory. This landmark, probably the better out of the two. I mean, I think that the other landmark's probably got a place. It's just not in the games of anybody who wants to actually win. Like, maybe if you know what? Maybe if you're going for some kind of fast castle, I could see it. But even then, like, what are you going for if you fast castle? Like, I think the biggest thing that you're going for is, like, maybe Janissary Company. That's about it. Like, other than that, maybe Siege Crews. Oh, actually, maybe these ones. Maybe you go, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like that. Like, you pick up all of these and then go for a fast castle. Maybe field work, actually. That could be pretty decent as, like, as an opening. You go field work into Anatolian Hills, into... I don't know, man. I'm just theorizing at this point. I just don't see it. I just don't see that other landmark ever really being used. 5 techs is all you need. Walls coming up now, both sides of the map. Crackety getting cleaned up, though, and we see counter walls potentially coming out from Snooper, at least at the very least. No, it's going to be a forward siege workshop. Still got the sheep out here, keeping guard for the moment. Veterancy also coming through for those Donzos. It's got plenty of units behind this. We see a bit of a raid now on the backside. The consequence of chopping through too far is that now you've chopped away from your town center. Terrible, terrible consequences of our actions. Still got about a screen to go through this one. Up towards the north, the new age begins as Crackety here reaches the castle age. Both players joining us here in the castle age, and once again those Spahi now going to be under a bit of threat. We can see he's used Fortitude. It's gone off cooldown, and subsequently all the Spahi just going to be completely engulfed, enveloped here by the villagers, and they go down very, very quickly. Donzo is going to be able to pick up the last hits there. Farimba Garrison still pumping out units. We see 5 more javelin throwers sent to the front line. Another javelin thrower in tow. He's got 11 Donzos out and really looking to push. I'm liking this push from Snooper. But remember, the Mangonel always going to be a potential. And now the consequence of not having that scout anymore. Oh, this villager might get caught out. If he sees this villager, he might actually realize. But it seems like it's come through at the perfect time. Oh my lord, the villager manages to get away. He remains unaware of that third town center up towards the north. And now, at the same time, Crackety going to be moving out towards this position. Now, Super does see these deer, but he should hear them. Sees the villager come across, and now it should all start making sense. He's like, hold on a minute. Why is that villager coming from there? Wait a minute. Why are there villagers over there? Come on, do the 2 and 2. There's the 2 and 2. The town center's been founded. And Crackety He's on the defensive. He's got barely any units in the base. Almost certainly going to be giving up this TC. Villager count at the moment, 80 compared to 65. So a 15 difference between these two guys. Obviously, we've also got... What are you guys doing down here? Get to the action. Get to the front line, you 5 lazy donzos. Obviously, we've also got the pit mines working overtime. Let's have a look and see whether we've got relics getting picked up just yet. It doesn't seem like it. No relics just yet for either player. Another blacksmith coming down. Some barracks also. Let's see if Crackety knows. Crackety does indeed know. It's going to be men-at-arms coming out for him, but not from his military schools. And don't these military schools look so damn gorgeous, man? Every single time I look at the military school, I just get so excited. They look so freaking good. Now moving forward, men-at-arms, Mass looking insane. He's got 10 of these bad boys out. Villager going to be going down. He tried his best to get that outpost up. Not going to be happening. Now that Mangonel going to be under a bit of pressure. He's got another vizier point. But unfortunately, it's not going to matter. Crackety going to be able to clean this up well and truly. He's also got the +2 ranged armor. Javelin throwers still doing 10 damage, so not a bad amount of damage. You'd love to see him bring out a just one of those little what are the little metas as well. Now Keep going to be coming down. Doubtful that this one's going to get up. Men-at-arms going to be rampaging through this base like a elephant in a tiny town in Thailand. Now those men-at-arms coming forward. You can see them just absolutely taking no damage. Springald also coming out here. Going to get picked up, and some Sparky looking to join the fray. Let's see if they get their fortitude out. Indeed, they've got it out. And that Keep is going up. Mangonels nowhere to be seen. They've all been taken out, but the men-at-arms going to be turning their attention towards that Keep. Lord Down not going to be smiling upon this Keep today. Snooper intent on getting this one up. I think he's going to be lucky, as the Keep does manage to get up with 9 villagers alive. It wasn't even close, it seems. And Arms going to have to fall back away from this position. Keep going to be just able to annihilate through that armor. Now we check back in with Crackety. He's still got all 3 TCs. He's repaired up the main one that was taking a lot of damage. The men-at-arms still just fighting underneath the Keep. They don't even care at this point. First of the Mangonels is out. He's also moved the MIA over onto the Trebuchet production, rather. And we've got our first deviation from the norm. Crackety actually picking up some Janissary company. Something that you don't always see. Now, this is, it's one of those technologies that it can be a little bit all in, but at the same time, it can save you in dire times. And so one of the things to note, Janissaries are very weak against ranged units. In fact, they receive 50% more ranged damage, which means that those javelins that are doing 10 damage with 8 against ranged, so 18 damage in total, well, now they're doing 27 damage. So it's a huge amount of damage that they're putting out. And keep in mind, the Janissaries, they've only got 3.5 range. Compare that over to the javelin throwers, which have got a range of 6, almost double. And it starts to get very, very scary very quickly. But still, he's got men-at-arms on the front, which should be able to tank it up. Check in over on the south side of the map and see how Snooper's doing. As he continues adding in more siege, we see imported armor coming in for the Sofa Warrior. Also looking to pick up a whole bunch of +1s. Double Broadaxe coming in. It looks like he's got Iron Undermesh as well as Specialized Pick coming through. We'll check and see whether he's picked up. Snooper, you hate to see it, don't you? 18 minutes into the game, and Snooper, unfortunately, not picking up a wheelbarrow just yet. Don't worry, guys, it's coming. It's the 19-minute wheelbarrow build order. I've seen this one before. Do not stress if you're a Snooper fan. The thunder from down under. Snooper actually saying it is a bug. He thinks it's a bug. Let's have a look and see. It's a bug. It is purely a bug, guys. Do not worry. These villagers are walking back with 10 wood. It is cosmetic. It is 100% bug. We'll check it on the other side, see how Crackety's going. Look at the base of Crackety. God, this, oh my lord. I would not want to be claustrophobic and living in Crackety's base. Look at this thing, man. It is insane. It's so tightly put together, but he does a really good job of it, though. Like, there's no free tiles. Like, there's a couple of one tiles in here, a couple in here, and that's it. Like, everything else is just stacked out. It's packed to the rafters right there. Whew. I don't know about that, man. It is tough. He still found, like, it still hasn't found, like, a whole bunch of stuff at the back of the base. You know, there's just plenty of resources out here to be had. Now going to be looking to pick up the relics. Unfortunately, also going to be running into the walls of Snooper, so both players thinking of the same thing, walling on both sides. Double Villager going to be successful there. He's making a pretty decent run at the center here, and I got a suspicion that this may be a center, an opening game, a middle opening game. I don't even know what you call that. A center clash game? A clash of centers? yeah, that's all. That's the best I can do. Trebuchet's looking to fire off those long-range mangonels. Speaking of mangonels, watch out, watch out, watch out! Mangonel, big shot, comes down, lands on the Donzos, but they switch to javelin throwers at the last second. Springald's getting some decent shots off. There's 4 of them out compared to the 2, and you can see that Snooper is trying to hightail it out there as quickly as possible. It must have been a bit of input lag or something in there, because that was 100% not an intended move. Moving into the enemy siege like that. Oof, that's a feels bad man moment. We'll check in with Snooper once again. He's finally picked up that wheelbarrow upgrade. Feels better now. There you go. Wheelbarrow completed. Trebuchet, Boulder. Oh, there must have been an enemy unit down there, I think. It was looking to try and take it out, but the TCs in the night got to it, fortunately. We're right on board with Crackety, as he's got 3 mangonels in queue. 1, 2. Oh, my lord, how many seats. Look at the beautiful base building here from Crackety. Just absolutely immaculate. Adding in plenty of farms. He's got so much food here as well. Obviously not going for the food landmark means he's going to have to transition over to farms a little bit sooner than you'd like to. Still got this sheep out here just scouting. We've got multiple sheep out here scouting. Keep's going to be under attack. This villager snuck through, managed to wall the entire thing up. Oh, Crackety here. How do you do it? How do you get a villager behind there and manage to wall that whole thing up? Look at these poor units. And now he's going to be able to cut off the head of the snake while the tail's being held down by the foot. Look at this. Crackety here reaching 200 population. 113 villagers compared to the 96 of Snooper. Keep in mind, in addition to those 96 villagers, Snooper's got plenty working for him. He's got 20 cows. He's also got plenty of pit mines out here. 1, 2. And these guys are on big mines as well. And our 3rd pit mine is over here. So for the moment, he holds on. But I can sense a battle is coming. Trebuchet still firing off. We're going to be entering into the cinematic mode shortly as the Springalds move up. Ladies and gentlemen, get your poggers ready, because it is about to go down. Javelin thrower is going to be forced back away from this position. Man-at-Arms moving forward. Javelin thrower's getting a big shot off. They're unable to take out... Oh, never mind that. Man-at-Arms goes down. Springald's firing. Looking to try and take out the mangoes. They're just going to sacrifice themselves by the look of it. Looking to take the mangonels out. At the same time, the keep going to be going down. Javelins moving forward. Slowly but steadily taking out the men-at-arms one by one. Donzos need to get in the front here and try and deal out some damage. Janissaries on the backside focusing. You can see the military drummer going for it. Knights now moving up the rear. Men-at-arms slowly but steadily doing their best. Mangonel comes out, unfortunately going to be losing its life immediately. 5 Springald still doing work, and all the siege has been cleaned up completely. And now we've got a bit of a problem for Snooper, because he is a man stuck up shit river without a paddle, and that is not a place you want to be. The men-at-arms completely rampaging over these units, and now the javelin thrower is going to have to fall back towards... Oh no, they're going to have to head back. Look at this. Look at this. All the reinforcements back here. Absolutely can't get through because of that wall. This is the 900 IQ wall. If I've ever seen it, that is for sure. Beautiful wall there by Crackety. Now going to be able to clean up the rest of those. Oh man, I can't believe that. This guy just is... That just feels bad. That just feels really, really bad. I can't... How many times did he re-wall that? Because Snooper was working on it. That wall was going down. Did he get back in for another go? Another mango goes down. That's a heavy loss right there. And Snooper cleaned up completely at this point. Now we got the Imperial Age going to be coming through. We'll try and find the landmark. There it is. Imperial Age. It's the Istanbul Observatory. And speaking of Observatory, Crackety here trying to get a little bit more line of sight into the center. Realizes, oh god, Snooper also going to be dropping in that 3rd TC. No wonder that villager count's so high. 96 versus 120. At this point in time, I feel like the best thing for Crackety to do is move back towards his base and anticipate this center crossing. It's always going to happen between like the 24 to 27 minute mark. That's when it typically goes. You can have people that really try and accelerate through it. And this is me as an experienced player who's played this map as many times as the game will give it to me, which, if you're wondering, is every fucking time I queue the game. Oh my lord, it is just this map. It is this map and Altai and... what other map? And the pit. They're the only maps that I get, apparently. But Crackety now Imperial Age. Let's take a look and see what upgrades we've got coming through. Looks like we've got plenty of blacksmith techs. Crackety making a little bit of a mistake. He's got 3 blacksmiths, but unfortunately researching all of the techs in the 1 blacksmith. Make sure if you've got more than 1 blacksmith, here we can see he's actually got 4 blacksmiths out. Dropping down a 4th one shortly. You can research them in different blacksmiths. It's not a big deal. It makes a small difference. It's one of the little differences. Now 28 of the world's finest men-at-arms moving forward. He's looking to pick up the elite upgrade as well. Great Bombard going to be coming out. He's picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 techs, including field work as his 5th technology. Something I didn't expect. I would have expected siege crews So I'm curious what he can actually achieve with this, because this is it's an interesting technology. It helps out in the early game, but it can also be pretty strong in the late game. I just don't know exactly how powerful it's going to be with the way that he uses it, but I'm looking forward as we've got more of a chop through coming through. Trebs now have line of sight, ladies and gentlemen. We can see through. We can see over that little bit of a wall in the center, and obviously all the units have been brought back, and now we have a look all of a sudden. I think Snooper's finally realized he's got all of his units back at base, but he's like, this ain't good. This ain't good, Falco. Snooper, you probably want stone walls. He's starting to wonder. He's like, hold on, how are you seeing over this? What are you just trebbing random places and finding things? How are you getting here? Stone walls going up though. Crackety gonna be able to spot them out. You can see him trying to work towards this front. Trebuchets, unfortunately, must have been like, I don't know whether they've been right-clicked on the wall, but they're not firing at the wall right now. They could very easily break through it. Stone walls coming up towards the north, also towards the south. You can see that Crackety really wants to focus in on the middle. It really becomes a battle of the center now, this map. It's a very interesting way that the map plays out. To be honest, I do like this map, with the exception of the spawns, which are horrible. The map itself, I actually really like. I prefer this over wood wall as well. I do like the way that it plays out. Town center going to be going down. So we're going to be stuck on 112 villagers. Not that he's too fussed about that. We see more units coming through. Imperial Age almost through. It's going to be the Griot Bara coming through. Let's see if we can find it. No, it's not there. There it is, the Griot Bara. Needs to get those elite upgrades before taking any fight here. You want to make sure you're not fighting with veteran units in the Imperial Age. Let's see what Snooper does. Hopefully he realizes that, but he may not have a choice about when he fights. Knight's still yet to be upgraded. No elite units. He's going to be going for Culverin instead. It's double Culverin coming out for him here. Emplacement firing off. Look at this. Emplacement getting a decent little shot off on the veteran sofa. And now this push coming forward. Yet to see any arms coming out on the front line looking to support this. Outpost going to be going down here. Janissaries, men-at-arms, knights, a beautiful composition here. Also got the single meta out, which is on melee drums. These guys are going to be buffed up absolutely awesomely. A total of 5 melee armor at the moment. He's rallying all of these reinforcements towards the center. And now the cows look to be the first casualty of this battle. As soon as we've got Snooper moving in, and we've got the Musafati moving in stealth. They've got stealth for another 15 seconds, but they're going to get revealed. They get revealed by all the enemy units. He thought he could just do a run by, and perhaps he could have, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case here, as he does get discovered. Mangonels, Springlets, Trebuchets, all of them going down to the Musafati, but the Musafati getting a little bit confused at the same time. The Sofa now cleaning up. The Javelin doing a decent job. Meta going to be going down. Sofa looking decent as they continue forcing back these units, and all of a sudden, Snooper looking like he might actually hold this. He was down an age. He was down the upgrades, but all of a sudden, Snooper brings out the big cannons and says, yo, what up? I got Culverins, baby. But unfortunately, it looks like Crackety may have had a little bit more than him. Men-at-arms have been upgraded to elite. A Knight still look like they might be Castle Age. Javelin, we're yet to see that elite upgrade for them. You'll be able to tell because they'll have the golden hats on. That's the trigger for any unit that's got elite upgrade. They'll have gold on their hats. At least that's the way I think it should be. I'll double check though. Give me a second here. We'll get that UI back on. Veteran Javelins. Still fighting with veteran units. Come on, Snooper. You got to get those upgrades, buddy. 12 attack. Actually, you know what? 12 attack's not too bad. Culverin still teeing off. He does a good job of holding. He's literally just making only Javelins at this point. Javelins and Musafati warriors. Trebs firing down on those unfortunate houses. Snooper sitting on 162 population at the moment. 92 villagers. Combated Crackety here is on 116. Now, obviously, both sides have got additional little things going for them. Obviously, when it comes to the Ottoman, they've got their military schools as well as the MIA working for them overtime. Yo, calm down, little fella. Look at this. Janissaries up on the wall. Oh, aren't you so cute, little Janissaries? Unfortunately, you don't do too well against Culverins. Not going to give you enough range for that. But then, you know, we talked about Crackety here and the things he's got going for him. At the same time, Snooper's got plenty going for him as well. He's got pit mines, 120 gold a minute. 105 gold a minute down here. Not too bad at all. You can actually fit another building on there, but that's all right. We'll forgive him. Culverin's still taking out these units. Hold on a minute. What do we got over there? It's the outpost. The outpost firing off with the emplacement. Getting off some decent shots there. Crackety going to be looking for another push in. Let's see if he's able to do it here. The Musafati number's looking pretty healthy. He's able to get a decent surround, and once again, we're going to be entering into the cinematic mode as Crackety here tries to take this game out through the center on this map. Springlets moving forward, looking to try and take out the enemy Culverin. Let's see if they get their shots off. Indeed they do. First culverin goes down. Second culverin still alive. The Springald's going to be looking to focus down. There's only 2 of them out. He manages to trade 1 for 1, and it's down to a 1-to-1 battle. Springald should be able to survive this. No, my lord, the culverin does go down. Double mangonel now coming out up against a single culverin. He should be okay to hold. Now the javelin throw is going to be firing off, but it looks like he's still got veterancy on that big shot from the mangonels. Oh, the damage. Look at the damage coming out on those warriors. And now the second shot. No, don't do it like this. Oh, my lord, the damage comes out. Look how much damage they've taken. Absolutely terrible damage. The men-at-arms just going to be able to hit them one-tap all the rest of these units. Massive damage right there. And now the big bad bombard finally makes its way into the base of Snooper. Snooper, unfortunately, not looking the prettiest right now, as there is so much damn siege here from our Ottoman player. Exactly what you'd expect out of an Ottoman player, and Snooper, unfortunately, going to be losing not just his cows, but going to be losing his buildings as well. Men-at-arms making their way through. We see a couple of Musafati on the front trying to defend at this position. Yet to really pick up those extra upgrades, and now a couple more metas going to be rolling in as well. I think he's got attack speed on these guys. He does, indeed. And the first of the great bombards just chills out for the moment, minding its own business. Treb's looking to fire down upon all this, and Krakeny just pumping out units non-stop. He's got so much production back here. Look at it all. Just production for days back here. This is absolutely beautiful Ottoman base. And demonstrating, and we might potentially have another Ottoman win here on the cards. Javelin trying to hold on. Still Snooper yet to get that elite upgrade. It's terrible to see. He's been Imperial now for 2-3 minutes. That elite upgrade may have made the difference. He's just trying his best holding on with these veteran Javelin throwers. If he'd had elite, maybe that would have been the difference. Elite Janissaries now coming out as well for Krakeny. He's really picking up all these elite upgrades. Elite, or still yet to see Spahi even get veterancy, but that's okay. They're allowed to come in and join the party. Mangonel still firing out some decent shots back here. And now that Sacred Site has been picked up in that corner. It's hard to go for a Sacred Victory on this map, but it is possible. Just very difficult to do. You kind of got to weasel your enemy into a specific corner. But now the final push seems to be coming through as a landmark goes down, and good game gets called. Snooper going to be tapping out, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you check out these guys. I'm going to be leaving links in the description to where you can catch them. They're probably live on Twitch right now, and it's probably both of them that are live right now as we just witness all of these guys go down. Fellas, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.